What's good, YouTube? It's Justice. I used to be Pay, and today I'm back with another video. And real quick, before the video starts, make sure you leave a like and make sure you leave a subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, you don't love your mother. Sorry, that's just the rules. So maybe you hate your mom. Maybe you just don't love her that much. So don't leave a subscribe if you don't love your mom. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about Playboi Carti and him moving back all of the American dates for the Antagonist tour. If you're not at least if you're not aware, Playboi Carti was going on tour in September, I believe, September 6th. So that's like next week. And he was going to be touring in the United States first. Then he was going to go tour in Europe. But that's been pushed back. All of the United States dates are now in 2024. And I really just wanted to get on here to make this video and say, I tried to told you. I tried to told you. I tried to told you, bruh. Because there was no way Playboi Carti was going to go on tour, at least maybe not in America, maybe he will in Europe, but there's no way he was going to go this entire tour without some new music. It just made zero sense. And yes, I know that this is a tour with the entire collective of Opium, but still, at the end of the day, Playboi Carti is the headliner, he's the ticket seller, he's the guy that most people are going to go to see, so it just wouldn't make sense for him to perform the same stuff that he's been performing for 3 years now. Especially when I first looked at the tour and the announcement and I saw the venues, and all of the venues were NBA-sized arenas. These were all venues that held somewhere between 15 to 20,000 people. And if you look at Carti's last tour, the King Vampire Narcissist tour, that held like 8,000 people on average. This one on average probably holds like 16,000 people. So Playboi Carti had in 2 years doubled his average arena venue on his tour, but dropped no new music. Like, I know Carti is a lot more popular now than he was in 2021, but you still need new music as a selling point. You can't just go on tour and perform the same stuff that you've been performing for the last 3 years, the same stuff that you already did an entire tour for, and something that you've been performing 3 to 4 times a year at Rolling Loud. Like, it just wouldn't make sense for him to do an entire new show, an entire new tour with new venues that are double the size of the venues he did last time with nothing new to bring. Like, it just did not make any sense to me. I knew that there had to be some new music, and apparently this little break that we're getting is probably going to lead to new music. Now, this part of the video is where I begin to speculate. This is all theory. I have 2 main theories. This is not fact. Don't take it as fact. So Carti, your vampire lawyers, don't sue me. Opium lawyers, don't sue me. Upside down cross demons, don't sue me. This is just speculation. It's not fact. I believe that there are 2 main theories as to what really happened here, because if you look, the European leg of the tour still starts November 19th, right? So that's in about 2 months. It starts in Dublin, Ireland, and then it ends December 4th in Copenhagen, Denmark. And then the American leg of the tour starts January 14th. So from the end of the European portion to the beginning of the American portion, there's about a month break. And in my opinion, this is, well, before I get to the theories, I'll explain this. In my opinion, this is because Carti, if he doesn't drop before November 19th, that's okay. He can still go on tour in Europe with Whole Lotta Red, just because they don't get to see him as often, right? It's kind of like when you see every artist, when they go to Asia and they go to Europe and they're selling out these venues, it's because those fans don't get to see them as often, if at all ever, right? I don't know if this is the first time Carti's been to Dublin, Ireland. You can probably count on, your one hand how many times he's been to Dublin, Ireland. So when he goes out there, all of his fans are going to go regardless, because they know Carti's not going to be here that often. That's why when you see artists that have fallen off go overseas and they do shows in Asia and they do shows in Europe, they get crazy turnouts because they're never over there. And those fans that like that artist maybe we'll never see them again. Like, there's a very real chance that never happens for them again, and they want to see them perform their hits. That's why what the hell? Whoa. That's why DaBaby can go on tour in like these Asian countries and have crazy numbers. That's why 6ix9ine went on tour in Turkey and had a show with 16,000 people. Like, if you're in Houston, you're not dying to see 6ix9ine because he'll be there. If he's hot, hey, maybe I'll go. If he's not, whatever. But if you're in Turkey and you were a 6ix9ine fan back in 2018, 2019, you never know when he's coming out there again. He probably isn't. So you have to go. So that's why on this European leg of the tour, Carti could still realistically perform Whole Lotta Red, but this American portion, I just don't think that would have been very much. I don't think that would have been possible. I don't think that would have been a smart thing to do. Which leads me into my two theories. The first one is that they booked this entire tour in September and they were being a little cocky. They were being full of themselves. They were flying a little too close to the sun. And they thought, hey, it's Playboi Carti. We don't need new music. We can just say Playboi Carti at the top of the bill and people are going to buy tickets and tickets are going to roll in. But when you look, the ticket sales might not have been what they thought they were going to be, especially because not only was Carti not performing anything new, but these tickets were like $300 on resale. The pit seat, or I keep saying pit seats, the pit tickets were probably like $330 on average. That's super expensive. It's super expensive. And if Carti's not going to be performing anything new, and it's going to be something that I've already seen from him when he went on tour the first time, and it's something that he does 4 times a year at Rolling Loud, why am I going to pay $330 for this performance if I've already seen it? Like, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. So my first theory is that they were kind of cocky. They felt like they could do whatever they want. They could just kind of do the show. Carti, you know, you can headline, do a whole lot of Red Again. It's cool. And they looked at the ticket sales and they went, "Ooh, yeah, this isn't going to work. We need to push this back. And we definitely do need that new album because these sales aren't looking too good." So maybe that's what happened. And maybe they came into this and they were like, all right, we're going to try and do the tour with just Carti doing old music. And we're going to kind of have like this contingency plan that maybe if the tickets don't sell well, we push it back to the beginning of 2024 and do it then. Maybe that was their plan all along. But that's the first theory, is that they thought that they were just too good. They thought that Carti was just that dude to where he could perform an album that's 3 years old that he's already on tour for and still sell out NBA-sized arenas, which to me just doesn't make a lot of sense. So I don't think that this is the most likely possibility, but it is a likely possibility. There's a chance that this could be true, but I just don't see this because it just wouldn't make a lot of sense. Like, if a random college student in his parents' house making YouTube videos could tell you that he wasn't going to be able to sell these crazy tickets without new music, I'm sure that his team and his management all probably knew the same thing. And now the second theory, which is the one that I think is probably most likely, is that Carti was never going to start his tour in the beginning of September. That was never a thing. That was all a pump fake. And it was more to lead up to this stuff in January. And it's all kind of going into the building up of hype for the tour and the subsequent album that's going to lead into the tour. So I think that that's probably more likely. I just really don't see them thinking that, oh, Carti could just perform this old stuff in double the size venues. Like, I just don't see that as a real possibility. Maybe they are just missing the mark that much, but I seriously doubt it. So I really do think that they were kind of pump faking this whole time, and that their whole plan initially was really to do the tour in the beginning of 2024. Maybe they were pump faking, and maybe if the ticket sales were good, they were like, oh, well, why not just do it now? But I think that they were kind of pump faking. They were kind of like Carmelo Anthony when he catches the ball in the mid post with like 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Okay, there was a lot of jabs, a lot of leaning on the defender, couple of pump fakes, couple of jabs right through the defender, couple, you know what I'm saying, turn around, put the ball over your head, fake a pass. Like, I think they were kind of going through that Carmelo Anthony ISO game, and they weren't really actually planning on going on tour with no new music in the month of September and just kind of trying to thug it out in all of these massive arenas. Like, it just doesn't really seem that way. So I think that they were trying to, pump fake it and build up hype, because he pump fakes his albums all the time. He pump fakes releases all the time. Why not just pump fake your tour too? Why not try that? It clearly works on his albums and his music. So I'm sure it'll work with the tour. It might be a little difficult to do with all the venues and stuff, but maybe they knew initially, maybe this was a big plan that they really told all the venues, like, hey, we're not really going to go on tour at this time. We're going to sell tickets for it. And, you can just transfer their tickets to the other date, but this is kind of a pump fake measure. That part of my theory does sound a little unrealistic to me. That is the part where I'm like, maybe it really is the first thing where they really thought that they could just sell out all these arenas with no new music. The part about them getting with the venues and being like, oh, we're going to pump, I don't know. That does seem a little weird and not very plausible to me. So maybe it is the first thing. I think I'm more so just hoping it wasn't the first thing. That I really don't hope that they really thought that they were going to be able to sell out all these arenas with no new music. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. And also there were some updates to Carti's website, and he got this new, like, I don't know, logo for the album Music. The album is called Music. If you're not looking at your phone right now and you think I'm just speaking gibberish, like the album's called Music. So there's a little logo, and then like there was an enter password thing. I guess they're doing renovations to the website. I'm not really going to get into all that because that's like Playboy Carti Redditor type of area, and I'm not really into that. But I really just wanted to get on here and mostly just say, I tried to told you. There was just no way this man was gonna go on tour in double the size venues with no new music. Now, whether it's a solo album, whether it's a collab album, whether it's a label Opium album, there's gonna be new Carti music. There's no way he's gonna get up there and perform the same Whole Lotta Red songs, the same transitions with the same, like, there's just no way. And expect people to pay $300, $400, like, just no way. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen here. Maybe Carti drops the album before the European leg of the tour, but I really don't think he needs to. And since there's that month break from the end of the European tour to the beginning of the American tour, that makes me think that maybe Carti drops that album in between that December 4th to January 14th window, maybe around Christmas, maybe from the 20th to the 28th. I really could see him dropping there, but maybe he does drop before the European leg of the tour. That would be really cool for the European fans as well. But I'm just saying, he doesn't have to. And when Carti doesn't have to do something, he typically doesn't. Like, he's going to do the bare minimum. So I expect it to kind of be in that space. So maybe he drops it before, maybe he doesn't. But I just really wanted to say that I was right. I just knew there was no way he was performing an entire tour with the exact same set that he's been doing for the past 3 years and that he does multiple times a year at Rolling Loud. Just makes no sense. And yeah, I know Carti is bigger now than he was before, but again, when you're trying to sell tickets, you got to have something there to make people buy tickets besides come see Playboy Carti again. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe this is all just mumbo jumbo and I'm just yapping. But if you made it this far, I greatly appreciate it. Leave me a comment down below about how stupid I am and how I'm an idiot. And, do all that in the comment section if that's what you feel like you need to do. But also leave a like, leave a subscribe. Remember, if you don't subscribe, you don't love your mom. Like, it's just true. And she's going to know. She's going to know that you don't love her because you're not subscribed to I Used to Be Paid. She's going to know. So that's on you. Maybe that can sit well on your conscience. Me personally, it just wouldn't work well for me. I would just subscribe, but hey, maybe you don't love your mom. But that's going to be the end of the video. If you made it this far, again, I greatly appreciate you. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. Be safe. Peace.